You got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get us sent. I left around 5:15. She was still here. Like if she doesn't get back to me, that's fine. Like she gets busy during the day, but she didn't get back to her people, which was very concerning. I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times just to say, what's going on. Like cause after I called her and texted her once, it's like maybe she was just busy. Like she had just gotten back. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like I want them back now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some more Chris Watts. Now, obviously, after the initial body cam footage, the police want to talk to Mr. Watts. And let me tell you, it is some interesting television right here. So let's get straight into this and dissect what he's actually thinking and trying as he tries to lie to these police officers. Let's get straight into it.
Keep you here all night. Can we go through this? So, okay. Let's see here. 148 doorbell detected visitor. What does that mean?
So the doorbell has a camera on it.
Okay, so this is, I'm assuming, his statement. Now they're about to go all the way through this statement, point out the inconsistencies, and really grill our boy. You already know the term, and let's see what happens.
And you get up to a certain proximity, and when you ring it, it detects the visitor.
Okay. So I work a lot of stuff like this in bank robberies, and when I talk to a witness at a bank robbery, sometimes I find it best for them to just say, tell me what happened, get it all out, and then once you get it out, let's go over it, okay? So just get it all out as far as this.
And what do I say? If you have nothing to lie about, that's exactly what you are able to do. You don't have to methodically think about anything. You just get it all out. If a few things don't make any sense, the entire story as a whole will make sense, and the detective will correct the stuff that didn't. You know what I mean?
Tell me exactly what you remember, and I'll take notes about where we can go.
Okay. So this is 1:48 a.m.
Back me up. Let me switch your chairs.
Okay.
That's when they come knocking.
Treating them like a school kid. Go sit over there,
Do you
Billy.
need more water?
No, I'm fine.
I brought you Gatorade.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
I got you a Gatorade. You already know it's bad if the police are buying you shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I would start panicking if I saw that Gatorade. Oh, it's for me?
Alright, so 1:48 a.m., doorbell detects the visitor. So when we were over at the neighbor's house that next day, we were looking at his camera as well, and it didn't show anybody walking up to the driveway, which was kind of weird. That's the only reason I put that on there, because it showed Nicole dropping her off, but nobody actually walking up to the house. It was kind of weird. But
Now, keep in mind, he's trying to specifically point this little piece out. He's saying that when Nicole dropped his wife off, that their camera's neighbor did not detect her. So that therefore it's flawed, and that maybe when she left in the morning, the camera didn't detect her either. This is his entire basis. He's banking on, it didn't detect us going in, so they couldn't have detected her going out.
But she was in the house.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
see what he's
what time
saying?
are we talking?
It didn't detect her, but obviously she was in the house.
This is still 1:48.
Okay.
Nicole dropped her off.
2 a.m., Shane gets into bed with me. 4 a.m., that's when my alarm goes off for work, and I proceed to just get dressed, brush my teeth, everything I do upstairs.
Okay.
About 4:15, that's when I get back, slide right into bed next to her, and start having a conversation with her about putting the house up for sale, and talking about actually proceeding with the separation.
Okay.
And obviously it gets pretty emotional. Like we're talking about, like we felt that this connection was there, like falling out of love and trying to stay together, maybe just for the kids' sake, but we're realizing that doing like our home.
This might be the only truthful thing that Watts says in this entire interview, is that they had that conversation. I honestly think they did have this conversation, but it was not calm in the sense that he's saying. Emotions got high, and it was probably the start to what he actually did to her. You know what I mean?
Homework, it's not, most of the time that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty emotional because we have 2 beautiful kids and we have one on the way. So
God,
it's
there's
just a matter
another
of,
one too.
it
3
was very
kids.
emotional. We were both crying, and at the end, we just said, she said she was going to take the kids to her friend's house for the day.
And this is the alibi. This is what he also told Nicole, that she took the kids to a friend's house for a play date, or she took the kids to a friend's house to get away from him, to have some space. But the only problem is, what friend? Who? Like, you know what I mean? Like, What friend do you know that she knows that everybody else doesn't know? You make it make sense for me, Mr. Watts. You have watts of electricity up here. Don't you use it?
She would be back. Okay. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I went downstairs, made my protein shake. It was at 5 a.m. That's when I did that.
I know he's gonna bring his truck up. Oh, and I load some tools in the truck. Put some tools in there. Yeah, sure.
Pack my lunchbox, have my oatmeal, chicken, fill my water jug up. 5:15, I went outside, backed my truck up, was loaded up. Had my book bag, my lunchbox, computer, water jug, my big clear container. I put big clear containers in my truck so it's easy just to pull in, just depending on what I'm going to use. My O-ring kit, and I knew I was going to do some stuffing box rubbers that day, so I got some various open-end wrenches from my toolbox, and I know those would work better than the ones they would give me.
Okay.
Detective is crossing his hands.
5:30, that's when I went to work.
Okay.
And I hadn't heard from Shanann for about 2 hours there, so at 7:40 I texted her and asked her if she could tell me where the kids were, if she took them anywhere.
And all of this is strategy. Keep in mind, the way he's looking at him, tilting his head, I don't really believe you. This is all strategy. He suspects him already. I can already tell that.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Let's see. At 12, I texted her again to call me. Nothing. And then about 12:10 p.m., that's when my doorbell visitor, it read another visitor, and I was like, it popped up on my phone, and it says it was Nicole.
See, and this is why I don't believe him. There's no emotion there. He's when you think about something sad, tears come to your eyes. So like he's thinking back to his wife, like, oh, I texted her a few more times, but she didn't respond. Doesn't that make you feel sad enough to like want to cry? Even if you hate that woman, fuck her, whatever. What about the kids? What about the kids she's holding for you inside of her? You know what I mean? That's what doesn't really make sense. You know what I mean? That's the red flag right there.
And I tried to put it on my phone to see if she's just trying to get in or whatnot. And I hear she's on the phone trying to. I could hear her on through my phone saying she was trying to get this Shanann. So that's when I called her. Yeah, I called her at 12:20. That's why we were talking about that separation that night.
Okay.
And that's why I got so emotional right there.
Okay. Emotional for you too?
Oh yeah, I was bawling my eyes out.
Okay.
You're bawling your eyes out over the divorce or the separation, but you're not bawling your eyes out suddenly the next day because she's missing and the kids are missing, but your eyes are dried up now, though. You know what I mean? That makes a lot of sense.
So then, as a result, how long did that conversation last?
It lasted about 4:15 when we started, because we talked about the house as well.
Okay. What did you say about the house?
We needed to sell the house. There's no way we can stay in this house and have another kid and be able to just keep
fake it.
He puts the passcode in, because it was a 4-digit passcode before, and it was a 6-digit this time. So now
it's 01319.
Bro, this guy is comedy. Did you hear what he just said? This man just said that it was a 4-digit passcode. And I found the phone for my wife. Oh, it's here, officer. I know the 4-digit pin. Oh, it's a 6-digit pin now. Bro, you gotta be the stupidest. What are you doing, bro? Change the 4-digit pin. You ever thought about that? You're just gonna change it to a 6-digit. Son of a bitch. Hold up real quick. I gotta shout you guys out for getting me up to 2K, right? 2K subscribers. I love you guys. Get me up to 3K. Make sure you tell your grandma, your auntie, your niece, your nephew, your cousin. Tell everybody, hit that subscribe button. Love you guys. Let's get back to it. See, this is the problem with Watts. He could have had something going for him to where he may have gotten away, or he at least had a strong enough defense to where there's some reasonable doubt. But in this situation, his idiocy is overtaking his higher thinking. You know what I mean? What? You changed it? All right, anyway.
19?
Yeah.
She knew her friend's passcode?
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't, but she did.
But when she changed it to 6,
How did Nikki know it?
maybe she knew it over the weekend, because I'd never seen a 6-digit passcode on her phone.
Is that normal to you that Nicole might share her passcode with somebody?
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
That before?
No, because she's only told me her passcode before. Like her phone's her lifeline. So
Okay. Are she close with Nicole? I mean,
she's decently close.
how long do they know each other?
When he says she's decently close, they're best friends. Yeah, they met years ago, or maybe like a year and change ago. Hanging out ever since. They're very good friends. They're not decently close.
Probably at least over a year.
How'd they meet?
When Shanann's mom lived here, Shanann's mom worked at she was a hairdresser, and Nikki was like one of the managers.
Oh.
Nicole.
And she met her through her mother. Yeah, that's a strong bond. They're probably really good friends. So if Nicole is saying some is fishy, some is fishy. Listen to Nicole.
I lay in bed and proceed to take calls from friends and family the rest of the night. How'd that go?
Just answering. Nobody could sleep as far as East Coast, anything like Addie, Sam.
Who's Addie and Sam again?
Addie, they're leaders in Thrive.
Okay.
I like how he almost sounds inconvenienced that nobody can sleep. Like he was getting held up. Like, fuck, guys. I'm trying to sleep here. Stop bothering me about my missing wife and kids, bro. Like, gosh. Oh, go to sleep.
People that Shanann reaches up to.
Okay. Have we talked to them?
Oh yeah, he talked to them on the phone.
You have.
I've texted them. It's all on there.
Okay. And so the real live communication since we couldn't find Shanann
Yeah,
with
like
them. Okay. Have police talked to them?
I believe so.
Okay. Just on the phone.
Yes.
Are they in North Carolina?
No, they're like.
Keep in mind, detective has been like this for a while now. He's getting ready to confront him. You can tell. Like, you can always tell when the detective is about to do that. Obviously, if you're a civilian and you just did some crazy shit like this, you're not gonna be expecting it. But
Northeast.
he's preparing to
Northeast
confront him.
Like Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over there.
Oh, okay.
Who else called?
I don't believe you. That's what this posture's
See
saying.
her
I don't
mom,
believe you.
talked to my parents, talked to my sister, texted with Kelly. That's another. She lives in New Jersey. Oh, who else? Jeremy, Dave. All those people.
Okay.
All those people.
All right. Can we talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about?
See, it's almost like Watts knows he's about to be accused right now. And if you're an innocent man, this is not going to fly. You see how he's like, can we talk about something you don't want to talk about? And then Watts is kind of like, oh, shit. Oh, what does he know? He leans in. You don't do that if you know you're innocent. You're going to sit back there like, talk about what? You know what I mean? Like.
So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything. Okay. And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage. And the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord. Okay. So you can understand.
The day she goes missing is the day they have an issue. They're talking about separating of all things, big deal. Now, I do believe they had that conversation. He's working off the truth, but it did not end as civilly as he said. He didn't go downstairs and make a milkshake. He went downstairs with some bodies. That's what I think he did.
Well, I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like, I know, like, I've talked to a few of my friends, it's like, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know.
And I'm like, I know.
That if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're going to look at me, especially with the way everything looks. And it honestly just makes me sick to my stomach because this is something that I would never do.
And I believe that too. He is sick to his stomach, but it's because of something that he did. It's not because of what people think he did. Nope.
Ever. I know, like, you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife. At all.
It was something I would never do to my kids or my wife. At all. Just in case you didn't believe that first part. See, no emotion. Not if you notice, he's trying to like make his voice sound like I would never do something like that. That's all he can do because you know why? That emotion isn't there. He doesn't care. Not even his kids, bro. If he does, it's really deep down in there. And he's just a void right now of emotion. It's disgusting. I thought it was paused. Detective's just looking at
I'm
him.
not sure like what I could do to make people believe that, just because if they knew we were having marital discord, they would all
I don't know what I could do to make people believe that, because we were like,
automatically look at me. But there's no, I would harm anybody in my family at all.
I have to believe you now. Right? I have to believe him now. I would never hurt anybody. I gotta believe him. Like, who would I be?
I know we were having marital discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes, we have no idea where she is, or the kids. I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
Lying out his crooked teeth. I got crooked teeth, but his are ugly.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm sorry.
Now, if you didn't steal this thing and you told them heartfelt, hey, bro, honestly, I didn't take your shit, bro. Like, just chill out on me. Maybe look at somebody else. Like, I ain't take your shit. Are you telling me the truth? Now, would you respond to that person like, yeah, man, like, I am. Or would you tell them to like, hey, you know what? We're going to have a problem if you keep accusing me. Exactly. I would tell them hey, if you keep accusing me of this shit, I'm going to have to get a lawyer. I'm about to have a problem with this right now. I thought we were talking about finding my wife. Now you're talking about me. But he doesn't do that. That's the natural reaction of an innocent person, is to fight back. He's just giving them a reason why I should believe him. He answered the question like a child who stole something out the cookie jar. Did you steal it? No. Are you sure? Are you telling me the truth? Yes.
Why should I believe you?
Because I am a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a
Write your
person
essay,
who
bro.
that's never going to be abusive or
Write your
physical
essay.
in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife. I mean, you can talk to any of my friends, any of her friends. They know me. They know I'm a low-key guy that's quiet. I'm not about confrontation. I'm not about anything that elevates to that level.
Do you see the amount of time he's spending explaining himself? It would take me a whole 5 seconds to tell him, if you ask me any other thing about that, I'm getting a lawyer because you are out of pocket right now. That's what I would have told him. The hell you telling me about me harming my wife and the woman carrying my kid? Nah, you know what I mean? This is the answer. Like, in the story, he's guilty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody responds this way if they're innocent. It's a guilty man.
Like, if someone like yells at me, screams at me, I just take it, and
You just take it.
Try to get it by the wayside and get it back to where it's cool.
Yep.
Just a cool conversation to where like none of that gets to that height, because I am not that person. You
are that person.
I've never been that person.
What person are you referring to? A killer? Because that's what you are. Maybe not. Maybe you're referring to something else. Okay.
You can imagine it's my job. Okay. And I told you that tonight we would talk about things and might offend you, you know that we have to get to the bottom of this. You know that. Yeah.
And believe me, they'll get to the bottom of this. This is a suburban neighborhood. Everybody has ring cams. They'll get to the bottom of this. Everybody wants to know the answer. This is not no face, nobody cares about. Everybody kind of liked her. Everybody in the area kind of knows each other. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Would you take a polygraph?
Sure.
Okay. Would you take it tonight?
If that's what you want me to do. Okay. I've never done one. I don't know like what it involves, but.
Okay. You know what it is?
From what I've seen, it goes on your finger.
You know what the purpose of one is?
From what I've seen, it goes on your finger. All right, now hear me out. I don't know how a polygraph works. Now, when he told me that, it kind of pops into my head that, yeah, something does go on your finger. And, polygraph, that makes sense. But who knows that off the top of their head? He asked them, do you know how they work? He said, well, from what I know, it goes on your finger. This man was up last night searching polygraph tests, how to pass a polygraph test. I promise you, the way he already knows it goes on your finger and you have to blah, 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 blah. Come on. He knows. He's searching. This is more evidence. Now, I will say, polygraph is a scam. If the police ask you to take a polygraph, don't take that shit. It's inaccurate. And if they want to make it look a certain way and they want to put that, I don't even think they could really use it in court. But anyway, you guys let me know if they could use it in court. But anyway, it's not accurate. It'll make you just look more guilty. Get a lawyer. I don't care what they tell you. Get a lawyer and don't take that polygraph. Obviously, Bird Brain is going to take it, but don't you take it.
That's for a lie detector test.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't we do this? Let's take a little break. I'm going to come back in here because I have a lot more questions for you. Okay. I want to remind you that tonight is voluntary. Okay. I can't keep you in here. I won't keep you in here. If you want to get right up and walk out of here, you can do that. Okay. All right. Do you want to keep talking with me?
I mean, I can.
I mean, I can. All right, we're going to come back with this polygraph situation, get some more Chris Watson. It's actually crazy, but until then, y'all stay safe, keep your family safe. Don't end up being a Chris Watts. And, until then, I'll see you later.